around an hour and a half for today's meeting, or not today's webinar. And the part one is about leave request form, and I'm going to present this. We are going to have some presentation and demo. The major command we covered today is these three commands. We have date diff to see the difference of the date, and delimited list. Concatenate the list from repeating table, and get input parameters. And also we are going to cover one parameters, just in case you haven't noticed in the qRules, which is called result express. And if we have time, we may cover SharePoint Workflow for email a little bit. Then we are going to have lab time and Q&A if you have. Then part two will be by Rima, explaining or showing you a few more comments for today. So, here, do you have any question or feedback or something? I'm just opening here. And I think you've already have access to our SharePoint site, and you have been downloaded the material or lab kit or something like that in day 1 and day 2. Okay, we missed one more, but maybe it's time to start. So, leave request form is very straightforward. You can see the sample of the form. So, employee is going to submit the leave request. So, which day they are going to take the vacation, and manager from for that reason, and so on. Then, manager is going to approve that form. So, we need two more lists here to work on that one. One list manages the employee name and the manager. And also, we have another list to take care of how many hours you have as a personal time off, or sometimes we use this for paid time off. So, this is high-level explanation. And also, I prepared this form with the style called centralized logic. This is a kind of good practice. You may already heard about this in our webinar, but this is great to have rules and centralized in one place. Then it's much more easy for maintenance. I hope everyone can hear. Oh yes, thanks for helping Rima. Chat window. Yep. So now when I'm going to show the form, and also I'd like you to submit the form to see what kind of feature this form is going to have. So this is our webinar location. So can you go to the webinar site, and let's do it together. There is one site, sub-site under December 2015 qRule. The sub-site is called Leave Request. And I switch to the site. This is our qRule site. And there is no link to Leave Request demo site. So let's go to the site. And there is no Leave Request library here. And we are going to fill in the new document. I'm going to fill in one sample document. Let's see. And well, for this one, let me fill in with a test account to show you more things. And this means that I am acting as the submitter as well as manager so that I can receive email to manager. And I can fill in she, for example. I'd like to share this information with Rima when I submit the document, so submit this form, or to other person. Let me choose who's here today. Michelle. In fact, this is virtual email address, and you will not receive email. And for leave request, I'd say December. Or so on. And at the same time, I can see the form I've already submitted. So I haven't submitted the end of year vacation yet. Then just the vacation test and something like that. And in fact, this is just a trick for demo, but I have to act as test account because now I do not have submit button. We can only submit when the form validate you are this person to submit. So I'm going to submit this form. Then I have this form in the form library. And I'd like you to take some time and try this form and fill in and submit it. And when you use, you select your account from the drop-down list. For this one, I set my email address as the manager email. So I'm going to receive email so that I can continue the demo. So please try to submit. Then if you have question or you need to help, you need our help, please raise your hand. We are here for you. And I'm just checking this one. This is in progress. And let me open my Outlook. I may already have one or two. Yes. Yep. Please feel free to unmute yourselves and ask a question or join the chat, or you can type into the chat window anytime. Yes, I am waiting. Well, this is time for you to try the form. So you can go to the leave request form and try this form by yourself, and you can submit it. Yes, is that all right, Vishal? Because I got a question from Vishal saying, is someone presenting? So this is time for you to try the form. If you have any question, please tell us. Unmute yourself or type into the chat window. Oh, can you? Okay, I will. Definitely. Because I am going to paste that link to chat window. I hope this works. And from this one, you can select new document. Or from the training site, we have a link to leave request demo site. Select leave request and select new document. And just for your information, this form is designed also for mobile solution. So you may notice that you have very big font and sparse screen when you try to fill in your desktop. My name is, oh, I'm so sorry. Then can you use another person's one? In fact, this is a kind of fake one. Maybe Christopher Scott is not today, I think. So please use as a Christopher. And also another trick is, I'm so sorry. And there is no, if you do not see the submit button, there is a trick for demo as an act as. And can you select as well, Christopher is chili? Yes, there is a mapping. Or you can try to see which one you are going to have. So if you select Christopher and if you act as Chili, I think this is the user ID we assigned each person. If you select you as a catnip, you cannot see submit button. This is a kind of very validation. Please let us know if anyone needs any help, any support. Okay. And you do not need to fill in all the field. It's just a kind of trial and just play it. Okay. Now the request is, I'm so sorry. I didn't have set up PTO time in all cases. Okay, I'm so sorry. Then let me go back to the presentation. In fact, now I have to. I think you are still okay to submit it, but the point is, I prepare the employee list for these persons. Well, I'm so sorry. I forgot to set the PTO time for the training members. So, okay. So let me go back to share. You get some idea of the form, and I'm going to continue about the feature in this form. So the first thing you may notice is a date diff calculation. So in a leave request form, we have a start date and a return date. And when you enter your start date and return date, the total days absent is automatically calculated as shown in the form. And this is using a qRule. And in fact, date calculation in InfoPass is a kind of nightmare. And especially if you need to count only for weekdays. It's really tough. But qRule gives one command with date this. And there is options to exclude or include weekend. So if you use this command, you can easily get the total days absent or total days off just from start and return date. And now you can see the format. We usually use concatenation to refer actual start date. And in fact, date 1 is a kind of end date, and date 2 is start date. Just for your information, I often write the rule reverse and get minus number and fix it. So this is your tips. And also add component is no, total day. I said total day, but if you like to get weekday only, please use the option for weekdays only. So this is the first command we covered, okay? And as a next trick is, I think you use qRule in day 1 and day 2 or in your daily life. And is first, you set qRule command with the string. Yes. Then you will get the result in result field of qRule data connection. But if you use this parameter called result express, and in this parameter, you are going to specify the field you want to get the result. Then the qRule result is saved to that field. So, which means that you do not have to write two rules. It's a little bit long string, but just one rule. Do everything for these two things. So, maybe it's time to see it in designer mode. And, okay. To do this, let me start from the beginning. So, you can download the package from our site. And the package has lead request, starter, and final. The starter is the form you are going to try for the lab. So, open the starter as design form and go to form logic. Secondly, and of course, you need to open Manage Rules pane. And we have, trigger under action. And one of this is called calculate days. So once you set this trigger, this rule is checked. And here you'd like to add qRules. And I'm sorry, maybe I just show you the final one to show the design. And this is final. And in form logic action, in calc days, and we have set PTO, and which means that if start date is not blank and date is not blank, then you're going to write this command. This is qRule command, and in this value area, you're going to write the qRule command with start date and date, and as a parameter, you are going to specify the total days absent here. And also, as you may notice, we also set the total hours. So the same one, using concatenate and qRule command, and I just multiply, assuming 8 hours for each day. So this is about the first command for today. Okay, and I think I have some question. Let me read the question. In which form is published? I have a question from Michelle saying the function today, does it shows the system date in which the form is published or user system date? First, this is not the date for published. This is just today. And when you call the function today, that's the date. And the question maybe is this user date or server date? What I think is this? I haven't tested it, but local date is the day and the time I usually have, and not is that server date? We may try, but anyway, this is not the date by submit Mhm. Published date, but now, which means that when you call the function, is this answering your question, Vishal? Or Rima, if you can jump in. You can do that.
Yeah, I think what today does is it shows the current date. So
Yes, it is
current system
current
date.
date anyway.
Yeah.
Current, right now, not
Actually,
published.
it shows current date of the system or the server in which the form is published. Because
I
we
think
have
the current
users who are
system date.
facing some challenge when they open the form.
Anyway, it's current, not published.
What is the problem, Vishal? You were saying?
Because
Excuse.
yeah, yeah, we have challenge with some user. We have a request date field, and we have been using this today function. And what is happening is when the user opens the form, the system date of the user system is, 1 day ahead, and the form, the
Oh,
request date field shows 1 day back. And after
I
some time,
see.
when they open, it's
Mm-hmm.
fine.
I'm afraid this is system date, and the server and user may in a different region of the world. And in fact, this is great segue to Rima's section part 2. She is going to show you how to change the time zone and the time for each time zone. So maybe we may cover or we may discuss that topic in part 2 of today's.
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you. Could be new item for Rima, but it's exciting. Real world. Sometimes we have tough time to debugging because everything in log is server date, and that is different from my date time. And let's go forward. And the second one. Mhm. Okay, let me share. The second command I'd like to cover is delimited list. Yes, someone may already notice that the form has CC area. For example, when I submit the form, I'd like to send the notification to Rima too, and Janice too, and to other person too. And in this kind of situation, what we usually use is called double eval. So someone may already familiar with the technique to concatenate string from repeating table using eval, and something. But this is not intuitive, and I have tough time to write this kind of rules. But there is easier way using SharePoint, using qRules. We have delimited list command. Then we can set XPath for repeating table. Then some option like we can set the separator and space before or after. And with this qRule command, we can get concatenated string or delimited string from repeating table. And you have instruction on how to do that in the test lab today. So this is the second. And the third topic I'd like to cover is get input parameter. I think many of you already familiar with how to create that link to open the form. So there is a style. So you use the site URL and some tricky string and location, and form name, and XML, and some parameters. So, to see this one, in general, you will get this from here, from leave request. You are going to open one form. Then here you have the long URL. We usually get this very long URL, and check this one, decipher this, and put this link in workflow or so on. But in this form, I prepare the field which is called form link. In the form, if you prepare this link in the form, it is very easy to use this field in workflow. You can just pick this field and put it in notification email for user so that they can just click it. And now let's see my notification email. So I have two notifications. One notification is for submitter. So when you submit the list, and with CC, we have this. We can make this kind of notification, and this is the link to form. You can click this link to see. Okay, all right. Oh, something wrong. I got something wrong. And oh, I've already deleted this one. One moment, please. Draft or here. Final call. Okay. Or I may move this. Okay. Oh. No. Some upsetting got wrong. Oh, I'm so sorry about this one. It works last night. And what we expect is this is just a link. And if you click this link, this is just same. Oh, no, it's wrong list. Oh! Well, I messed up something, which means that I copied the hyperlink here, and I think some wrong string here. Then it should be the link. Yes, this is what I expect. When user click this one, then the form is open. And another trick I'd like to show you is, this is one-click approval. So this is the mail to manager, and if you manager feel that, oh, that's all right, I can just approve this one, then he's going to click this one-click approval. And let me try. Then this link automatically kick the process to approve. So the manager do not need to click approve button, but this is already approved with something like this. Use approver's name and time and date here. So this is another trick I'm going to show you. And here, what I prepared is additional parameter for the link of the form. So this is the link to the form, and I added another parameter. For example, approve is yes. And it is very interesting. Using qRule GetInputParameter, then we will get this parameter. And when you have this parameter, we can automatically start the approve process. And it is really great if you've already has a centralized logic. So I'm going to show you an form, which was final form. This is starter. This is final. And when manager open this form, there is approve button. And in fact, this approve just kick the trigger, which is under form logic approve. I'm going to set approve as go. And under here, this is all the logic for approve. So you can just kick this process and form load. So as you are familiar now, and qRule, you can set here finish loading for qRule. This is similar to form load, but you have to put rule which use qRule here instead of form load. And in trigger session, and yeah, we are going to check URL parameter. So this is the qRule command. Checking parameter with key as an approve. And if you have the result is not blank, then I kick the process to approve. So it's a kind of simulating user to click this approve key. Yes. So let's go back to the slide. Yes, this is very interesting command, GetInputParameter. And I think we did not have covered time to SharePoint Workflow. But in SharePoint Workflow, you are going to set hyperlink for one-click approval with the form link plus approve is yes. This is the trick. So, in fact, I do demo during the presentation, and yes, we have not so enough time, but you can try something. Please go to the site, and day 3 we have the lab package which contains in detail document to lab instruction and info path before and after, and also form logic which you need to that one. And you can try this later today or so on. And there's one or two tricks. Let me explain. Make sure that this site is already added in intranet site in IE option. And I recommend you to create a new library to test this one. And this is a sample under this site, and we have subsite for leave request, and maybe you can say leave request with your name or with your ID. Then you need to adjust data connection for new library. There is one data connection to lookup and another data connection to submit. And the lab material contains how you can try date diff. This is task 1. And the date diff with delimited, the task 2 is delimited list. And the task 3 is adjust site URL and form location to create form link. Task 4 is get input parameter, and extra bonus task is SharePoint Workflow. Okay, so I hope you can download and try to see. And we are going to have, oh, I spent too much time. It's already almost 8:50. And Rima, I think you can start at 9 o'clock or a little bit later. And let me share the link to the package again. So back to qRules training, and to go to document, and under day 3, please download this one in Unpack and try. I'm going to copy and paste the link to the chat window. Please let us know if you have any question or you need support to download the package. Or this could be just a short break for you.
Hi everybody. I hope everyone can hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, Rima.
Okay, great. Hi, my name is Rima, and I am going to be conducting the rest of the training today. I'm a quality assurance engineer and a support lead here at Qdabra. Let me know when you guys are ready to start. I think it's about 9 o'clock, so we can start the rest of the presentation. Cover some of the date commands, insert commands, and qRules. To answer your question, Vishal, you wanted to know if today shows the current date of the system or the server. So what happens is if you are opening the form in the filler, it is going to show you your current system date. But if you published it out to SharePoint, then it's going to take your server's date and time. So that's how it works. And Sushil, your question about the command to get the GMT time. So there is a command in qRules, and I'm going to cover that. Hopefully, you can use that, and that should resolve your issue. So I'm going to start with the date command, which is the format date. It allows formatting the dates to show the year, month, and day. So as you saw in qRules leave request, that when she submits the leave request, if somebody in Australia, suppose, opens the form, they want to see, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't sharing my screen. Can you see my screen now?
Not now. We cannot see your PowerPoint, and now I think nothing is shared right now.
I think.
So you'd like to go to your phone?
So you can see the PowerPoint, right?
We could, but not now.
Hmm.
We saw that. So maybe just share your desktop, everything.
Yeah, I'm sharing. I think Vishal says he can see my screen. Vishal, can you type in chat if you can see my screen?
I was able to see a few minutes back, but now it's not visible.
Oh,
Yep. Oh, yes. Now I can see your laptop or everything.
that's weird because, oh yes, now I got the control back.
Oh, we lost.
I don't know what's going. Gaurav, can you make me the presenter again?
Oh, yeah, you are now presenter.
Yeah, I'm the presenter. I don't know why it's doing share my webcam now. Can you see my
Yes.
screen now?
Yep.
I don't know. It just automatically goes away. So I wonder what's going on.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah. Minimize it. I hope not. It goes away. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we're going to cover the format date command, and as I was saying, in qRules form, when she submitted the leave request, if suppose somebody in Australia opens that form, then they should be able to see the date in the format that they use in Australia. So this is the command I've used in my form, and I will show you, I will demo it, and then I will show you what the command does actually. So here is my leave request, and let me open a
Yes,
new
I can see it.
document. Okay, cool.
Great.
So here, when I fill this form, I'm gonna see. Now when I select the month as January 9th, 2016, turning my Now what I have done is I have a drop down here where you select the country in which the date in it will show you the format in that country's date. Here, if you do this, so you see that in Australia they have the day first, then the month and the year. Now suppose if we switch to US, it will show you the month first and the day and the year. And how we do that here is, this is my form in Designer, and I have a rule set here for the start date, and my command is like this. Is it visible to everybody? Or
Yes,
should I
it's for
copy it
me.
in Notepad? Okay, cool. So what I have done is, the syntax here is format date. You give the date that you want to format. And then here I am using an XML, which has, here is my date format XML, which has the name of the country and the format I want to display my date in. So DD stands for day, MM is for month, and YY is for year. And I have a different format for Japan. So what will happen here is, if you want to suppose display, if you want to display the date in a different format where I have it for Japan, you can also show the month, the year, the month, and if you want, you can show the day of the week. So all you got to do is, in your command, you got to include MMMM, which would show the month, and then if you have DDD, that will show you the day of the week. Any questions related to the format date command? Okay, no questions.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So then I will move on to the convert time zone command. I think, Sushil, you had a question if you can get the GMT time. And yes, you can get the GMT time using the convert time zone command. And here is... So I've used this form called meeting agenda. And what this will do is, once you send out a meeting invite, it shows you the time, say if it shows in Pacific time here, and you are in India opening the form, you should be able to see the time in the Indian time zone, right? So what we will do here is convert the time to different time zones. And here if I say I select 10 p.m. and tab out, so I am displaying the 10 p.m. in different time zones here in the US. So it's going to be 1 a.m. Eastern time, it's going to be 12 a.m. Central time, and the Mountain time and the Hawaiian time. What I have also done is, like, you can select from the drop down here. So you wanted the GMT time, right? Which is...
Yeah. Just GMT, very top, Greenwich Mean Time.
Oh yeah, if you do not want to use the drop down, you can do it on form load. So yeah, I have it here. So if you do not want the drop down, you can have you can set the form load rules to convert the date time and show it in the user's current time zone. You can use the get time zone command, which will give you the user's time zone, and you can use that to display in that time zone. And I will show you now the form in Designer and how I have set that up here. So for different time zones here, I have this command where convert time zone, the time that you want to convert. I am using the start date time field here, and this is the time zone that you want the time to be converted to. And this is the time zone that I'm using in my form right now. So yeah, any questions? Okay.
My question is slightly different from this query. Hello. So actually, when the system stores the time, it have two settings. One is GMT time and one is the time zone. So when we get the actual current time or get date, it shows the time with the current country's time. But if we check the GMT time of each server in the whole world, all the servers having the same time. And by adding the GMT, it gets the actual country time. Like if you see India's GMT time, it is 5 p.m. and actual India time is 10:30 p.m.
Correct.
And if you see US time, it is 5 p.m. in your side too, but your actual time may be 9:30 a.m. So if we can get the system's GMT time, it will be same for all the countries. So it may help us to resolve the problem of time.
Right. So what you can do is you get the current system's time, and then you see here in the time zones that all you got to do is convert it to GMT standard time.
Like if we take an example of Outlook meeting settings, we set a meeting in India time zone for the US persons. I set my time, and the US person will set in their time. Like if I put a meeting for 10 p.m. India time, in the US side, the person will get the time at 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. as per the time, their time.
Correct.
So if we use this SharePoint or input path for the meeting request, if I am putting my time at 10:30 there, the user will get the time at 10:30 p.m. there. So when I will be ready for meeting, the person will not be ready because he is thinking that the time will be 10:30 p.m. for there.
Exactly.
This
so that's
the problem.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what we are addressing here. So you will do a convert time zone, right? And the user on form load it will get the user's time zone and it will convert. So you can set it up such that you will convert it to user's time zone. So the user, when
So
he
what do you
opens
mean
the
by
form, sorry, go ahead.
so what do you mean by user time? It is the setting of the SharePoint by which the login is done in the
If I'm
SharePoint.
if I'm opening the form in the browser, then it is going to take my server's time, and if I'm opening the form in the filler, then it is going to take the time from my system, my
No,
machine.
and I think as per me, when we log into SharePoint in user setting, there may be a time zone field, and there we can set the overtime. Like if I in my company I am logging to SharePoint, my time zone is set to plus 5:30, so it shows the time as per my country.
Yeah.
So
So what you can do is here, Sushil. So if you set a time, right, and look how I am displaying
Mhm,
here different time zones. So if I am, say, in the
mhm,
browser giving this as 10:30 p.m., right, which is your time, and then if I tab out, you'll
okay,
see that my Eastern time I need to log in at 1:30 a.m. It's not 10:30 what you set. Same thing will happen for the
okay.
Pacific time zone. And if I choose Pacific time here, then my meeting will start 10:30 p.m.,
Mhm.
which
So
is
you will
which
get the
is
mail or like this. Uh,
huh? Pardon me?
if we take a reference of the email, if I fill a form with my time and the form will send a mail to you, then it will show you the time at 10:30 in the mail. Correct.
What you will have to do is you will have to
Mhm.
set a rule in your form that if it is going to um, depends on the what kind of
Another
logic
time.
you want.
Okay.
Depends on what kind
Okay.
of logic
Okay.
you want. You will have to set
Mhm.
it up
Mhm.
to different time zones before you send the email out. You can
Mhm.
set a rule to convert it to that time zone.
Okay.
Mhm.
And yeah, I think you should try this command, convert time zone. And if you need any help, let us know. We will be more than happy to
Mhm.
assist you with that.
Yes, so we have a tool to convert time. So you can use this time and this conversion to look up, or you can use this conversion before you save the time.
Right.
So that, yeah, every form in the system may have a GMT that might be simple. Then you use this rule before submission. Then the form will have GMT time. Or if you can use this rule to look up or to refer in a certain time zone. So now you have the tool, you can apply it.
So I'll move on to the next slide that I have in my presentation, which is sorting the columns in a table. Sorting, I'm going to show you the demo here. So what I have done here is I have a form that gets data from a SharePoint library, and I'm displaying that data here in this format right now. And I have given users the option to either sort by the start date, end date, or the full name. So if I sort by start date, and this is in descending order, so it's gonna, you see it's right now 8/22/15, and now it's 3/14/2016. If you want to sort it based on the user's full name, you can sort it by that. I'm going to show you here how I have done that. So on this sort button, I have set the command here. I think I'm going to copy this in Notepad so it's more clear. So with the sort command, you can either use your main data source or you can give a secondary data source name. Since I'm using a secondary data source, I have that here as leave request. And then you give the repeating table that you're sorting. You give the relative path to that repeating table. And then you give what you want to sort by, the full name or the date, whichever column. And then whatever order you want, descending or ascending, and then the data type. It's a text data type, so you put that. So whichever column you use, you got to give an order and type for that. And this will help you sort your data in a repeating table or, whatever data you have. Any questions on that? So yeah, that's all I have for my demo, and I hope I answered your questions, Vishal and Sushil, regarding to the time zone. I think what you want to achieve is quite doable using qRules command. It's going to be very easy to do that using qRules. If you need any assistance with that, please do let us know and we can help you.
Can you please drop in your email ID?
Sure. Any
All
other
right.
questions?
Yeah, it's question time. We still have 10 more minutes if you have question.
No, I think we are good.
Okay.
And please make sure to download the package that include slide and sample.
Sure.
And I will upload all these forms to the qRules training site, and you can download and see, play with it, and try out different scenarios that would be useful for you guys in your company.
And also, we are going to upload the video to YouTube. And at least we've already uploaded for the first day, and we are going to process to the second or third or the fourth day. So, this is third day. We have one more day. And Rima, do you remember the time for the tomorrow? It would be a long one or short one?
I think it's 8 o'clock, but I'll have to check.
Yeah, I'm checking right now.
Okay.
So the last day is, yes, from 8 a.m. Pacific, and we are going to have 1 hour and 30 minutes session for that last day. And for tomorrow, Patrick is going to cover the futures. So the topic include our new signature tool, which is Forms Viewer. Rima is testing it right now. And also how to work with external user. In many cases, SharePoint just deal the internal client, but sometimes we need to get data from internet. We sometimes call that anonymous submit. Even though you are not log in the SharePoint, you can submit that data. And that's the topic we are going to cover tomorrow. And also, for the migration, Rima is also testing the scanner app, what is called scanner app. which is going to check the complexity of your form automatically.
All right, then I think we'll end the session here today and see you all tomorrow.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, everybody.
I hope you enjoyed this one and hope to see you tomorrow, the same time again.
Thanks, Karu. Thanks, Lima. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Good day for you all. Thank you and goodbye.